My mom secretly invited my sister to my wedding. During the wedding, my sister gave a speech about a mean thing I did in high school, so my husband asked her to leave. Now my mom is taking my sister's side. I, a 27-year-old woman, married my boyfriend of 7 years, Aaron, who is also 27, 4 days ago. The wedding was wonderful except for one part that my mom and my estranged sister, Monica, ruined. Monica made a speech that led Aaron to kick her out, and now my mom is upset and blames Aaron. Here's some background. Monica and I haven't talked for almost 4 years because of something that happened at a Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house. Monica was flirting with Aaron, but I ignored it to keep the peace. Later, Aaron told me that Monica was making him uncomfortable, so I confronted her in front of everyone, and it turned into a big argument. Monica told me that if Aaron had a problem, he would have said something to her directly. Since he's usually quiet and dislikes confrontations, he had come to me instead. Monica then said that Aaron deserved better and that's why she was flirting with him. So he'd realize he shouldn't settle for me. My dad had to step in and tell her to stop. She got annoyed and left. We haven't seen or spoken to each other since that day, which was a relief because Monica and I never got along. Even as kids, she was very competitive. Although I'm older, she always tried to make me look less capable. She was already my mom's favorite, but she wanted to be my dad's favorite too, and hated that he treated us equally. Our relationship got worse in high school, and by the time we graduated college, we were barely speaking. We would see each other on holidays and just ignore each other. After that incident, I decided not to attend any events she was at. I would ask my dad if she was going, and if she was, I'd stay away. If she wasn't, I'd go. This system worked well because my dad respected my boundaries, unlike my mom, who always insisted we make up despite how uncomfortable Aaron felt around Monica. So it wasn't surprising that my mom invited Monica to my wedding without telling me. I was shocked when Monica showed up, and after the ceremony, I confronted my mom. She said Monica suggested it, thinking it would be a good chance for us to reconcile. I told her it was a terrible idea and wanted Monica to leave, but my mom insisted nothing bad would happen. She was very wrong about that. While we were talking, Monica grabbed a microphone and started her speech. I felt frozen because I knew she wouldn't say anything nice about me. At first, her speech seemed normal, with a toast to the newlyweds. Then she started talking about something from high school that she'd always been upset with me about. Back in high school, when I was a senior and she was a sophomore, there was this guy named Chris who everyone had a crush on. But he and I were just good friends. Monica didn't like that he was close to me, so she spread a rumor that we were secretly dating. Chris and I played along to make Monica jealous, but it backfired. People started teasing Monica for spreading lies. One day, Monica confronted me in the cafeteria, and Chris stood up for me, calling her names like crazy, insecure, and jealous. Monica got really angry and started swearing at him. I told her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. In the heat of the moment, I grabbed her hair and slapped her. It wasn't my finest moment, and we both got in trouble for it. Monica blames me for making her high school years tough after that incident. During her speech, Monica twisted the incident to make herself look like the victim and me look bad. She even said I had damaged her relationship with our dad. Aaron had had enough and took the microphone away from her. He escorted her toward the door, but my mom tried to intervene. I couldn't believe this was unfolding at my wedding. There was chaos at the exit as my bridesmaids tried to escort Monica out, but she and my mom resisted. Eventually, they both left, and I was so upset that I went to hide in the restroom. I stayed hidden until Aaron came to me and assured me things would be okay, even though it didn't really comfort me. But I knew Aaron, my dad, and everyone else needed me to be strong so the wedding wouldn't end on a sour note. I forced myself to put on a brave face and try to move past it all. After the wedding, I spoke with my dad about what went down. He said he'd talk to my mom and make her apologize. But I told him I didn't care about her apology. He seemed to get where I was coming from. It's been a few days since the wedding, and my mother contacted me the day before yesterday and told me that I needed to leave my husband because apparently he was the crazy one. She called me up a few days ago and I picked up the call because I assumed she was going to apologize. I had a lot of things I wanted to say to her, but as soon as I picked up, I regretted it. She wasn't apologizing. She just wanted to tell me that she believed Aaron was crazy and that I needed to leave him and get the marriage annulled. Her reason was that he had physically tried to drag Monica away, and if he could put his hands on a woman that had nothing to do with him, then he wouldn't hesitate to do the same to me. I thought it was a bit of a stretch to compare Monica to me. I hadn't tried to hit on someone, make someone uncomfortable, and then play the blame game, pretending to be the victim. That was all Monica. Aaron wasn't going to let her ruin our wedding by making it all about herself, which is why he tried to drag her away. Even in doing so, he had been pretty respectful of her. What Monica had said was unforgivable. And I told my mother that she should be glad I didn't go up to her and slap her like I did all those years ago in the cafeteria. My mom got mad and said Aaron and I both needed help if we thought violence was the answer. She admitted it was wrong to let Monica speak at the wedding without asking me, but she still thought we were wrong for reacting with physical force. She warned that Monica could sue Aaron, but she didn't want to make things worse for us. My mom thinks we should apologize, but I'm not sure if we should. Honestly, this post is more about Aaron's actions than mine. So do you think Aaron was wrong for physically removing my sister from the wedding after her mean speech about me? Update 1. It's been a week since I posted here, and most of the comments agree that my husband went a little too far in manhandling her. So we've decided we're going to apologize to her for just that, but nothing else. Aaron has already crafted an apology letter that he's going to send to her personally. I'm just hoping this comes to an end soon. My mother's really been after me, trying to convince me to apologize to Monica for what happened at the wedding. She hasn't apologized to us yet, and neither do I hope for or expect one because she probably doesn't even think she did anything wrong, and her apology means nothing to me anyway. I just want my husband to apologize so our conscience remains clear. After that, if she wants to, she can apologize to us as well. Even if she doesn't, I'm okay with it because, like I said, her apology means nothing to me. I know the truth and what kind of person she is, so I don't want to waste any more of my time thinking about her or my mother. Once we're done dealing with this situation, I'm going to block my mother because I know she'll never understand my perspective. Ever since Monica was born, my mom always favored her, but I never thought her bias would cloud her judgment so much that she couldn't see right from wrong. Anyone with a bit of sense would realize that inviting Monica to an important event like our wedding was a bad idea, given her history with me. My mom is the real reason everything went wrong, yet she still thinks Aaron and I should apologize. It's no surprise to me anymore because she's always treated Monica like she can do no wrong. To my mom, Monica is perfect, and I'm tired of trying to live up to her unrealistic expectations, especially when she holds me to different standards than Monica. I'm always expected to make sacrifices and forgive, even when Monica, and others, aren't sorry for what they've done. I've tried to maintain a good relationship with her in spite of her behavior just because of my father, but now I think my father knows that I'm done with her, and I can't do this all my life. After we send the apology, I'm going to send a copy of it to my mother and inform her that it's done now because she might doubt the truthfulness of what I'm saying. Then she's out of our lives. Update 2. Aaron and I emailed the apology to Monica, and we thought it would be enough, and that she wouldn't drag this on. But I really underestimated exactly how much she hates me because she decided it would be a good idea to take a screenshot of that email and post it on her social media so she could brag about how she made us beg for forgiveness. She posted a mocking message on social media, bragging about how she got our apology even though she was the one who caused drama at our wedding by insulting me. It made me really angry, and I wish there was a way to take back emails after sending them. We don't follow each other online, so it was actually a cousin who showed me her post. It felt frustrating to see her using our apology to make fun of us. Instead of confronting her right away, I called my mom to ask what she thought. Luckily, I hadn't blocked her yet. When I asked about the post, my mom said she was working on convincing Monica to take it down. She tried to make it seem like no big deal, saying Monica was just being petty and that nobody probably paid attention to it. But I was getting texts from relatives asking about it, and even people from high school were talking about it. I told her she had half an hour to get that post taken down, and if she couldn't do it, then I would have to take matters into my own hands, and it wouldn't be nice. I had a lot more dirt on Monica than my mother could even imagine, and I knew certain things about her that I hadn't even mentioned in my post. If I put all that out on social media, then nobody would ever be able to see Monica the same way again. So if my mother didn't get Monica to take down that post, things could get really ugly for her. I didn't want to get into all that drama either, so it would be in her best interest to take it down and hope that I wasn't feeling petty or vengeful. My mother promised me she'd get it done, but almost an hour passed and the post still stayed up. Aaron and I decided it was time to finally expose Monica. There was the truth about how Monica had tried to hit on and come on to Aaron at the Thanksgiving party, the Chris incident, and another thing that I didn't mention in my post because it wasn't relevant there. This time I decided to reveal something big. Monica had an affair with her best friend's husband a few years back. Not many people knew about it because they kept it really quiet. Her best friend didn't want anyone to know because it was embarrassing, so she didn't tell many people. But I knew all about it, even though Monica didn't want me to. Her best friend went to high school with us and told a few close friends. One of them shared it with me because it involved my sister. I kept it a secret out of respect for her ex-best friend, but now I didn't care anymore. I went public with it to make sure that everybody from our high school knew what kind of person Monica was. The best part about all of this was that I didn't even have to resort to lies or half-truths like Monica. Everything I said about her was 100% true. The likes started pouring in as soon as I posted it because Monica had been pretty popular in high school and through college. People were scandalized and interested to know about the affair and how Monica had tried to hit on my husband. Everyone knew Monica had a cruel streak, and my post was just proof that this wasn't anything new. She'd always been this way. My mother's encouragement only made her worse. After putting up that post, Aaron and I finally felt a little better because we had done enough to get back at her. I didn't want to entertain any calls or texts from friends, relatives, or my mother, so I switched my phone off, and so did Aaron. We decided not to look at our phones or any other electronic devices for the next couple of hours and went out for a walk instead. Once we came back home, we started packing for our honeymoon, which we were supposed to leave for in a few days. By the time we finally got back to our phones, it was almost midnight. As soon as I turned it on, I almost had to shut it off again because there was just notification after notification from literally everyone I knew. I decided to check my mom's messages first. Unsurprisingly, she was on Monica's side, telling me I had taken things too far by talking about the affair, which Monica really regretted. She told me Monica was very upset and couldn't stop crying when she talked to her, as if that was supposed to make me feel bad for her. I really didn't, especially not after what she put me through. I didn't reply to my mother and went on to check the comments on my post, which were all against Monica, making me feel really vindicated. Update 3. It's been 1 day since I put up that post, and by now pretty much all of my family and my entire high school population from when I was there have seen it and had something to say about Monica. I don't even feel bad about it because it was always her trying to get under my skin, and I always tried to ignore her. But this time she deserves this, so now the post is going to stay up for as long as I want, no matter how much she cries about it. I'm not taking it down, and neither am I going to feel sorry about what I did. Hi guys, it's been 2 weeks since I put up that post, and I took it down yesterday because I think it's reached its target audience, and I don't want it on my feed anymore. I blocked my mother and Monica a few days after the post because I really didn't want them to have any access to me, not even a bit. They've proved to me time and again that they don't deserve to be around me or even breathe the same air as me. My dad is completely on my side about this and thinks I did the right thing, even if I had to expose Monica's ex-best friend for it. I didn't name her, so nobody really knows apart from the people who already knew who her best friend was. That was pretty much our entire high school because the two of them had been quite thick ever since they were freshmen. But at least I didn't name her, so that's some consolation for both of us. Even if I did end up inadvertently exposing her, that girl had been really mean to me because of Monica back then, so I don't feel particularly sorry about it. Aaron and I are finally enjoying our honeymoon, and the only reason I even remembered to post an update was because somebody DM'd me asking about what became of Chris. I realized that I'd forgotten to tell you guys that we're still friends. He wasn't able to attend my wedding, unfortunately, because he was really down with a stomach flu, but we might meet in the next couple of weeks, and when we do, I'm going to make sure to take a picture of us and post it for Monica to see. Also, my dad has been talking to me about my mother's irrational behavior when it comes to Monica and asked me if he should consider couples counseling or just straight-up divorce. I was surprised to learn that my father was considering getting divorced from my mom after all these years they'd spent together. But he told me he just wasn't feeling it anymore and it was becoming more difficult for him to deal with my mom every day because of how weird she was acting. My mom even tried to convince my dad to disinherit me and leave everything to Monica to teach me a lesson about loyalty to family. It was a tough battle for my dad, and he's emotionally drained from dealing with my mom. He feels too old for this and needs a break, and I understand. Living with my mom can't be easy. I didn't tell my dad what to do, but I promised to support whatever decision he makes. If he chooses to stay with my mom and it makes him happy, I'm okay with that. But I hope they consider couples counseling because my mom and sister could both benefit from therapy.